So what's up, everybody? I want to make a real quick match review, a little bit of analysis of our game against Wolverhampton. So I just want to really dive into it. There are some things that I saw in the game, and I don't really know if anybody else noticed this. So I just want to really bring it to the forefront. So here's the thing. So Lampard brings in Loftus-Cheek in the last 6 minutes of the game, but when Loftus-Cheek was coming on, Mount was going off. KOVACIC was also going off. So I was thinking to myself, where the hell does he play? Because we have only Jorginho and we are leading just 2-0. You don't want to concede in the dying minutes of the game. So to my surprise, Lampard plays Loftus-Cheek, at pretty much close to Jorginho at the pivot of midfield. And, that wasn't so surprising. But later he took off Jorginho, and in the dying minutes of the game, brings on Ross Barkley. And then he made this hand signal or whatsoever to have Ruben Loftus-Cheek shield the back four. You heard that right. Shield the back four. So Loftus-Cheek played sort of like a Jorginho role, like a deep line playmaker, or like your CDM, however you want to call it. So I just want to just make this point and let you know, like, he played great. I know, like, it was just like, yeah, you're just like, dude, chill, just cool the hell down. But he played great. It's not like he made like 8 touches, right? But it's the manner in which he made the touches. He just brought a different calm to the midfield. And like, you would almost forget that's actually where he played primarily when he was in the youth team setup. That was actually where he played. And it was so freaking good. I couldn't even, I was so surprised. I had completely forgotten that Loftus-Cheek actually used to shield the back four when he was playing in the youth team setup. And it was only pushed up front by Mourinho due to his height, his physique, and his ability to, bully defenders and just get a goal or something. So he played great, and that might be, could that be like a new role? That makes Jorginho more dispensable, because he just, like the way he receives the ball and holds the ball, not just like release it, like he commanded the area and just hold the ball a little bit and just, just calm and just distribute it. It was just different. It was completely different. Like, I never thought like he could play that role. I never like, it never occurred to me that we could actually have Loftus-Cheek not playing a pivot, but actually like the last man in midfield, shield the back four. And I'm putting his heat map there so you can actually see what I was saying, right? He wasn't attacking at all. And this is not due to like we were not a man down. It's just because of the formation we had. We had Ross Barkley, we had Pedro and the likes of them up front, and Loftus-Cheek was the only one shielding the whole midfield, and that was spectacular. So point number 2, I want to talk about KOVACIC. Like, he's always had a great game in midfield, playing alongside Jorginho. He's had a great game, in both sides of the pitch. Not necessarily in terms of like goal scoring numbers or assists, but he knows how to win the ball, take the ball forward, release the ball, and it makes me wonder, like, he doesn't really do it in like dangerous areas. I mean, he breaks the lines, which is very important in midfield. It breaks the lines in midfield and it makes the passes. But like, it's not as effective as an Iniesta would be effective, or like a Cazorla. And that makes me feel like, does he need a midfield partner that can unlock, that he can maybe play a 1-2 with? So because he has great ability to beat the first man, right? And a very nice pass in him. So maybe he needs someone like, someone who is good, someone who is not just like a Jorginho, who just make the simple passes, or who just like, just doesn't really move around too often. Someone who actually can be there when he drifts forward. Someone who can marshal the midfield while he drifts forward. I was just thinking, like, is that possible? Can he be better? Can he even play more better if we had someone like a Thiago Alcantara, or if we paired him with a Kante in his prime or something. That's point number 2. So point number 3, Alonso had a great game. I know we want to like sign a new left back and everything, and I want us to sort that position out. But the problem is, when Alonso has performances like this, it just gives you headache. Because the problem we have is not like we don't have good left backs. We have decent left backs, really good left backs. If he played for a different team, we'll probably be going at him with millions. If Emerson played for a different team when he was on form, we'll be going at him with millions. But these idiots, they're not consistent. And that is just so, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, to just say the least, because they make us look for left backs, and it's difficult to get a left back who can be better than Alonso on his day. It's difficult to get a left back that can be better than Emerson when he's playing in his, in his full fitness and his full form. So what the hell is wrong with these guys? What do you like lock them in a room and make them fight each other or something? Because, so moving on to the next point. So the fourth point I want to just touch on is, I want to just go on and say this. Look, I don't believe we need a new defender, and I know you probably think like, hey, I'm a little bit silly, but I'm going to tell you, Rudiger has been poor for a while, but I believe Christensen can be better than Rudiger. In the games, Christensen has played well. He's been composed on the ball. His distribution, his organization of the defense is superb. He has the height. I just feel like we have produced 2 more centre backs on loan this year. Ethan Ampadu played well for RB Leipzig. Maguire played well for Swansea. So we have 6 already. We have Tomori, Christensen, Zuma, Rudiger, Ethan Ampadu, and Maguire. And I know people are talking about, sign Declan Rice. He's a CDM. You want to convert him to a centre back. It's 2 different positions. Doesn't make too much sense. This is not like you're buying a Virgil van Dijk. This is like you're buying a Mascherano, and you're trying to make a great centre back out of him. It's not as simple as mathematics. This is football. Is a lot more technical. So I just think our problem is defensive organization, because in the league we've conceded the highest amount of goals you can concede from set pieces. We are the worst when it comes to defending set pieces. Like anytime there's a corner or there's a free kick or somebody crosses the ball, it just looks like they're gonna get a goal. So I think our organization is worse, and it's probably something we need to look at, even more importantly than just getting a new defender. A new defender might be experienced, might have the know-how to organize the defense. It might come with that knowledge and say, hey, here's the problem, here are the problems. But I think we have good players, and I believe our players are better than Leicester's players. They concede less goals than us. Our defenders are better than Sheffield's defenders. They conceded less goals than we have. So something must be wrong somewhere. So that's that. And the final thing I'm going to talk about, you can't overflog this. Mason Mount has been terrific. He's versatile. He plays left wing forward, right wing forward, midfield, center midfield. He plays everywhere. And the thing that is essential about Mason Mount is full of energy, right? The important thing about Mason Mount is he's the one who leads the pressing. When we press from midfield, the charge to win the ball back, he's always on it. It's like he just had a couple of energy drinks before the game, because he's buzzing. He doesn't stop. So to have people like KOVACIC, Mount, in our game, in our midfield. It really helps. They cover so much ground. Charging, pressing, trying to win the ball back, pushing the ball forward. It's really awesome. And last but not the least, I want to say kudos to Frank. Respect to Frank Lampard, the manager. This has been a very crazy year. At the beginning of the year, we had targets, and everybody was like, hey, if we finish 10th, there's no problem. The objective was to play the young boys, to play the kids, to see how they perform. Unfortunately, we had injuries to LOFTUS-CHEEK, Callum Hudson-Odoi. They should have been phenomenal if they played the entire season, and they developed. Like a part of me feels like Callum Hudson-Odoi needs to go on loan, because I don't see sense in him having to compete for minutes, to play 10, 15 minutes game in, game out. Like I feel like it was a class above Ryan Brewster, who was a Chelsea player before he moved to Liverpool. And he was also probably in the same age bracket with Jadon Sancho. And these guys they are banging in goals. They are up there. Like everybody is talking about these boys. They are getting 90 minutes games week in, week out, and he is still getting 10 minutes at the age of 20. Like you don't develop a player that way. You just, like, it's not 17 anymore, it's not 18. This is not 2018. So like I feel like if you're not going to be giving him 90 minutes at least in 2 games, I feel like we should loan him out and have him play competitive football for like a year or 2 and have him come back. Something like we did to like a Kevin De Bruyne or like a Lukaku or something. Like, I'm just thinking, right? So that's my review. So let me know what you think. Hit the like button, smash it, subscribe, talk to your boy, let me know what's good, and let me know what you feel in the comment section, right? So have a great day, be safe, wear your masks, use your hand sanitizers, and be safe out there. Peace.